Welcome back to the channel. If you or someone you know is working in the US on H-1B or L-1 visa, pay close attention to this update. The US Department of Homeland Security has finalized a major rule change that expands a key multi-thousand-dollar fee to routine visa extensions. Set to take effect on September 9th, 2026, this move is already raising serious concerns among foreign professionals, especially Indian tech workers caught in decade-long green card backlogs. So, what exactly is changing? Under the final rule published by DHS, covered employers will now have to pay a $4,000 fee for H-1B extension petitions and a $4,500 fee for L-1 extensions. A new fee structure is set to impact same employer visa renewals. Starting September 9th, 2026, employers extending an H-1B visa will pay a $4,000 fee, while L-1 extensions will cost $4,500. The change specifically targets same employer renewals, making it important for businesses and foreign workers to understand the updated costs and plan extension filings accordingly. Up until now, this specific 9/11's response and biometric fee was generally required only when an employer hired a worker initially or when a worker switched companies. But starting September 9th, even if you are simply renewing your visa with your current employer, that fee must be paid. Now, an important detail. This does not apply to every single US company. It specifically targets covered employers, companies in the US with at least 50 employees, where more than 50% of their workforce is on H-1B or L-1 visas. This primary criteria hits major Indian IT services, firms, and outsourcing companies that heavily rely on foreign talent. Why are Indian professionals particularly worried about this? The issue boils down to the massive employment-based green card backlog. Because per-country limits leave Indian nationals waiting years, sometimes decades, for permanent residency, thousands of tech professionals must repeatedly extend their H-1B status in 3-year increments. Public commenters argued that adding a mandatory $4,000 fee for every single renewal places a disproportionate financial burden on this demographic. Many fear companies might hesitate to keep renewing visas repeatedly if costs continue to climb. However, DHS officially rejected the claim that the rule targets any specific nationality, stating the policy applies strictly based on employer workforce ratios and that green card backlogs fall outside the scope of this decision. Why is DHS making this shift now? The department states that it is simply correcting an earlier, overly narrow reading of the law, bringing it in line with Congress's original intent. The US is projecting approximately $37.9 million in revenue for fiscal year 2026 and $40 million for fiscal year 2027, totaling nearly $77.95 million over 2 years. The funding will support US Customs and Border Protection biometric and traveler verification systems, strengthening identity verification, security, and processing capabilities. DHS expects this rule to generate nearly $78 million over the next 2 fiscal years. The funds will directly support US Customs and Border Protection's biometric entry-exit tracking and facial comparison technology. DHS added that they don't expect this fee to reduce overall demand for foreign talent, pointing out that H-1B demand consistently exceeds the annual cap year after year. Crucially, the rule applies prospectively starting September 9th, 2026, meaning pending or past petitions won't be charged retroactively. Also, by law, this fee must be paid by the employer. It cannot be passed on to the employee. How do you think this will affect hiring and renewals in the tech industry? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this update helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.